Well, she may be visually impaired, but an Encino woman's eyes are always set on optimism. Tomorrow, Lorri Bernson will throw out the very first pitch at Dodger Stadium. And until then, practice makes perfect.
I'm throwing my voice. All right, you ready?
With her feet planted, mind on the mound, Lorri Bernson of Encino grips onto uncertainty, winds up her worries, and throws them out. The sound of a catch.
Yes!
Reason for sweet celebration.
I've got something, so I'm very blessed.
Blessings like the 2% of vision Bernson has left.
So it's like a pinhole, but in that pinhole, it's very cloudy.
Diabetes was tossed into Bernson's life at age 16. 17 years later, one eye at a time, the disease took away.
Like many people, you live in a world of, it's not going to happen to me. And it happened.
Most of her sight.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to handle this.
But to Bernson, no such thing as called game. It was game on.
On a mission that I was not going to let it win.
First,
I love you.
She would need an assist.
Carter is my beautiful eyes. He's my best friend.
Carter is Bernson's second guide dog from Guide Dogs of America. By her side.
You want to lay down? Down. Good. Stay.
Whatever the play.
There's things I don't know that are up ahead that I know he clears me, and I probably don't even know half of them were there.
And Carter gives new meaning to Dodger Dog. Dodgers general manager Ned Coletti and the team sponsor Carter and Bernson. And at the end of this month,
I've been practicing a couple times a week.
Guess who's throwing out the first pitch at Dodger Stadium?
It's a personal gratification, but more it's an honor that I would have been chosen.
Hence,
that's my signal.
All the practicing.
No, too soon. The safest person on the team will be the catcher because I hope I'm facing the right way.
Until a big day.
Oh, man.
We may not keep that one.
Coach.
Nice and easy.
Quite the catch boyfriend, Matthew Kells is her pitching partner.
I'm right here at home plate, right here.
In the direction of his voice, Bernson gives it her best shot.
Being on the field of Dodger Stadium, that's a vision that I will always keep in my head the minute it happens. I will know what it looks like because I will be there to hear it.
Bernson knows it's not always going to be a perfect game, but with hope at the helm.
That was good?
She's confident.
Outstanding.
She can bounce back from anything, even in the unforeseeable future.
The person that you were before the tragedy or whatever changes your life, if you can stick to the person that you were before it, then you've come out okay. And I was a pretty positive, optimistic person before, and I just hold on to that every moment.
How about that spirit? Growing up in Los Angeles, Bernson has always been a Dodgers fan, but she says this season she's paying extra closer attention to those games. And by the way, she is throwing out that pitch tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. Should be very exciting for her and, of course, all the fans. And, of course, all the guide dogs are going to be out there, too. Puppies, I hear. So
what a great story.
Should be a really cute event.
That's a good one, yeah.
Let's hear it for Lorri and Carter. And fans, if you would like to support Guide Dogs of America, 790 KBC and Ned Coletti will host a Chicago concert on Saturday, October 27th.
Yes, folks, we are storm tracking this morning. Take a look. This was Storm, the to-be guide dog puppy, when we first met him just 1 week ago. and he hadn't even had his
Well, when he was
eyes
1 week
open.
old.
He was, I'm sorry, he was 1 week old. He didn't even have his eyes open in that. And now he's back. The little Storm is growing up. Well, growing up. He's only 8 weeks old. And he's been up since 5 o'clock
He's
this
so
morning.
excited to be here.
Yeah,
How old is he now?
He's almost 8 weeks old.
Okay.
But he's been up since 5 o'clock this morning, so he's exhausted. This
Well,
is a
we're
big day for
also
Storm.
joined by our friend Lorri Bernson and her seeing guide dog Carter, who is down there somewhere at her feet from Guide Dogs of America. Happy New Year, Lorri.
Well, thank you, Michaela, to all of you as well.
Thanks for coming in.
Carter.
Oh, there's Carter. We
Thanks
can
for
see
Carter.
Carter on the
There he
screen
is.
right now.
There he is.
Carter's doing fine. So Storm spent the first night away from Mom,
Actually,
right?
well, he separated from his mom a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
but he was been in the Guide Dogs of America nursery all this time. So last night was actually his first time outside of the nursery in real life.
And how'd he do?
He did great. His puppy raiser said he relieved on command, which is what we want. And if he goes, Mark, with every storm, there's a little precipitation.
There you go. I love it.
So we'll
Lorri,
be prepared.
In terms, we met the puppy raiser who's back there taking photographs like a proud papa.
Absolutely.
Talk to us about what happens. Is it just the life of an average puppy while he's at the puppy raiser's home? Or
Well, no,
are there
Storm's-
certain marks that he has to meet?
He's got to make some little marks. The puppy raiser's job at this point is to mainly get Storm out and socialized and learn just basic obedience.
Okay.
A little bit more and a little more strict than the average pet because hopefully Storm's going to become a guide dog and use what he's learning now as he's in his harness helping a blind person like Carter helps me.
And that socializing's got to be important. He's got to be like in all malls and the aspects of, with other animals and people.
He's going to be out in every type of situation.
News studios like Carter over there.
KTLA studios, the market, movies, just so that when he becomes hopefully a guide dog, all those environments and situations he's been in as a puppy don't affect him later in life so that he can do his job and focus on work.
Can you guys tell when a dog is a puppy, this one is going to be suited for this and this one isn't?
Well, we do our own breeding at the school, so we have a good idea going in. But as with children, as with puppies, some things can come up that are unexpected, whether they might be fearful of some sounds or fearful of some traffic that they need to not be fearful of.
Right.
Yeah.
But going in, because of the breeding that we do, we have a good chance that 50% of the puppies going into the program will come out as a guide dog.
Now, the
is so-
puppy trainer was telling us that Storm's puppy tests were off the charts.
Off the chart.
did.
He's an overachiever.
Our breeding manager said that in his puppy test, he was kind of like the thinker.
I love
that he
it.
kind of stood back,
Oh, look at his little
assessed the
buddies.
situation, and
Look
then
at
went
that.
for it. Yeah.
That is adorable.
Well, the good thing is you get to track this Storm. You can learn more about Guide Dogs of America. You can donate towards Storm and his friends as they go through training. Go to guidedogsofamerica.org or ktla.com. But again, you're going to be tracking Storm's progress, the progress of the Storm, right here on KTLA.
Yeah.
Lorri, Carter, thank you so much. And Storm, sorry about talking through your nap there, buddy. Lorri,
least
real
he's
delight
calm,
to have
which is
you.
a big
Very
thing.
calm.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Very
having
calm.
us
All right,
so
Lorri,
much.
This
thanks a
storm
lot.
is going to calm the weatherman, which is
Yeah.
kind of the other way around. All right, Mark, you ready to do some storm tracking of a different stuff? We're storm track.
Storm track.
This
there.
is storm tracking that has nothing to do with weather.
No, we are talking about a little 2.5-week-old pup. 2.5 weeks old, named Storm, and he is going to be trained to be a guide dog.
Yeah, once a
There-
month,
there
Mark
he
is going to check in with little Storm as he goes through training before hopefully being paired with someone who is blind. That's Storm. Lorri Bernson from Guide Dogs of America is here along with her seeing eye dog Carter, standing in for Storm because Storm is only a little puppy. This is Archer. Lorri, thanks so much for being
Oh,
here.
it's my pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Archer is at your feet. How long have you had Archer?
Well, Carter is
Carter,
actually my
pardon me,
dog.
Carter,
Yeah.
yes.
Archer's
This
in
is
the
Archer
program.
here.
Archer's
He's
over here.
4.5 months.
4.5. And how old
Carter's
is
going to be
Carter?
5 in January.
And how long have you had Carter?
I've had
in your
Carter
life?
for almost 3 years, and it's the most amazing 3 years of my life.
You have?
my
Do you have any sight at all?
I have very little. I
Very
lost
little.
my sight 18 years ago from diabetes.
Okay.
So I have about 2% left in one eye that's cloudy.
Right.
So he really fills in all my visual needs.
That's an important relationship for you.
It's a bond that you cannot explain unless you've been in the shoes of someone with a guide dog.
Wow.
And he knows and senses that. Would he be different if I was with him as compared to you?
He would. He would.
Yeah.
He would be even different with me if his harness wasn't on. He knows when the harness is on.
He's at work.
He's at work. You take the harness off, and I could say forward, and I might as well say tomato. It means nothing. You put the harness on, he's clocked in, business suit is on, and he's all work.
Well, we had Carter and Archer come because Storm is just too little, can't be away from mom yet.
Right.
But Mark, you're going to be tracking Storm as he goes through this process.
We're going to be tracking him right from being a puppy all the way up into, hopefully he will graduate. How many percentage of dogs actually make it through the training, and how many get...
That's a great question. Actually, only 50% of the dogs make it through the program. And they can be dropped everywhere from that they just stress out too much with traffic because they are having to deal with traffic and saving a person's life and their own. Or they're just maybe too focused on something that we can't train that out of them. So they need to be possibly go to a search and rescue organization.
They do, if they don't make the guide dog program, there's other ways they can be of service, because these dogs are trained to be of service, aren't they?
They are, and they're bred to work, and they want to work. And the dogs that make it through the program, we give them every opportunity to succeed.
Right.
And if we find that they just aren't fit for the job, we don't push it too much.
And then how long do they usually stay in service?
Well, actually, Carter is my second guide dog. My first guide dog, Nigel, they usually retire, which he did, at the age of 10.
Okay.
That's when they start to slow down their pace, their reaction time slows down. So you really start to look out for the safety of both of you and realize, as tough as it is.
And where do they retire to?
They could, well, actually with Guide Dogs of America, the graduate that has received the guide dog actually owns the dog.
Oh, wonderful.
So it was up to me to decide what to do with Nigel. And as much as I wanted to keep him, what I did was I gave him back to the family that raised him.
Oh, isn't that
So
a
his
nice
puppy,
full circle
It's
thing?
a wonderful full circle story.
When do they usually, and very quickly we're running out of time, kind of dial in, because we're looking at Carter, and he's just mellow as anything, just hanging there. And Archer, he's just kind of all over. When does it start clicking at? 1 year, a year?
Well, no,
years,
we actually start the program when Storm becomes 8 weeks old. He's going to go to a foster family, a puppy raiser family, and they're going to take him out everywhere they go for the next year and a half, socialize, basic obedience. And then at that point, he's going to come back to the school, live there for about 4 to 6 months, and that's when the dogs learn from a licensed instructor how to do the actual guide work. So it's about a 2-year program.
We're going to follow Storm in this process.
We're
Storm
once a month
tracking.
we're going to be storm tracking.
Lorri Bernson of Guide Dogs of America, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
bringing this beautiful dog, Carter. Carter's such a good dog.
He's a good
well
boy.
trained.
He is
we
a
should
good
let
boy.
you know you can watch Storm on the Guide Dogs of America's Puppy Cam, guidedogsofamerica.org. Storm's litter will be on the camera until the end of the week. Then a variety of litters will be shown. We've also linked their website to ours, so you can be a Storm tracker as well. And Archer, you're hilarious.
He's just all full of chew and play.
He is such a puppy. They're beautiful dogs. Lorri, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Live from the Saban Theater in Los Angeles / Beverly Hills area. And as you can see out there, it's empty. Nobody's here yet, but the line is waiting outside to come on in and see Chicago. And the guys are backstage getting ready, and they're great about this evening for charity. They were thanking us for involving them in this evening, because they get that it's giving back to the community, it's giving back to people who need other people to help them. I think everybody, if you throw your problems into a pile, if you write down your problems and throw them to a pile of problems with other people's problems, and you take a look at their problems, I think you would ask for your problem back, because so many other people need help. And tonight's a great night, because they want to do it. And look who's here. Ned Coletti, the general manager of the Dodgers, is here, hanging out, schmoozing with Chicago.
Peter, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Amazing.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we got an empty theater here that's going to be filled. We sold out, I think. And Chicago actually is thanking us. They're thanking us and saying thank you for letting us do this.
You know what? It's an incredible thing to think of where we started with it, and that tonight we're going to be able to do what we thought about doing, and how you pulled it through, and that where all the financing is going and how it's going to help out so many different people. It's it's one of those nights you look back on and you won't believe it happened.
My name is Lorri Bernson, and I'm from Guide Dogs of America, and having an event sponsored by KBC and Ned Coletti, and it just is so amazing that Chicago's doing this for us, because having a guide dog myself, I can tell you honestly how much having one is incredibly life-changing for somebody who's visually impaired. And with no government funding out there, an event like this can raise a lot of money so that we can keep matching amazing guide dogs with visually impaired people. And that's really what our organization, Guide Dogs of America, is all about.
The mission of the Foundation Fighting Blindness is to provide treatments and cures for the retinal degenerative community, such as macular degeneration, retinitis pigmentosa, Usher syndrome, etc. So we're definitely thankful to be recipients of the concert proceeds tonight, and all that money will definitely go towards helping find a cure for blindness.
Hi, my name is Lorri Bernson, and this is my guide dog Carter, and we're here at Guide Dogs of America, where we breed and raise and we train the dogs just like Carter to be guide dogs for someone who's blind like myself. And Carter's my second dog. I got my first dog from Guide Dogs of America in 2002, and my life completely changed. And after Nigel, my first dog, retired from working, he became a pet, and then I went back to school to receive my next guide dog, who is his face. And we do everything together. Carter is allowed by law to go into any public area, any public business, and his harness is what shows that he's an actual working guide dog. And without him, I wouldn't go anywhere, because he truly is my eyes, and he truly has gotten me into a world that I really, really enjoy, and got back my.
What each of my guide dogs have done for me, literally, is I know that I'm safe walking from point A to point B, because it's up to them to look out for obstacles and either stop and show me that there's an obstacle there, or just kind of float around it when half the time I don't even know that there was an obstacle there. They put so much safety in my head that before I had a guide dog, I was always listening to kind of the dangerous sounds and listening out for a car coming, or just things that I had to be aware of. Whereas now, having a guide dog, I can listen to some of the beautiful things and the beautiful sounds and not have to be focused on, oh my gosh, am I going to walk into something? Is there a step? Is there something in the way? And I know that that's his job to take care of those parts and keep us both safe.